This is the Momentum Movement podcast. So I'm Marc, I'm a senior engineer and director by day, building a life and a business around my family, not instead of it. Now, most people think that you have to choose between ambition or presence. You have to choose between the 9 to 5 or a side business. You have to choose between being there for your kids or building something that matters. I do not buy that at all. I believe you can be highly ambitious, driven, and still maintain presence for the things that are the most important to you. And that's absolutely the whole premise of this show. Every episode I'm aiming to sit down with someone building something real on the side, all while staying present for the people who matter the most to them. This isn't going to be any gurus, it's not going to be a total highlight reel, it's a warts and all discussion. Just the fundamental mechanics of how it all gets done in and around the edges. So, if you're a driven dad, a driven parent, trying to build momentum without losing what's in front of you, you're absolutely in the right place. Now, let's get stuck into it. Yo, so here we go. So, welcome everyone to the Momentum Movement podcast episode 1. This was born out of a crazy idea, Jimmy, from, I guess I was toying with the idea of setting a podcast up at the start of last year, and life took over and I went all in on Threads rather than interviewing people.
Yeah.
But when I was part of the Great Millennium Build a few weeks ago, it lit a fire in my belly, that kind of when I really enjoyed getting to know the other creators. Mm-hmm. And I just want to unpeel the onion basically and learn a little bit more about creators who are absolutely winning the game out there. So yeah, thank you for being a guest.
Well, thank you for having me.
The first
I'm
guest.
excited and honored to be the first guest.
That's it. Let's make it a good one. I'm sure when people listen back to this, they'll get a massive amount of value out of it. So, let's get stuck into it. Do you want to give the audience a bit of an overview of who you are, what you do, and how you found yourself chatting to me on a Wednesday afternoon?
Sure. So I'm Jimmy Nicolaides. I'm an entrepreneur. I've started 2 startups in the past, both impact startups. One had to do with a new way to shoe horses, so a non-invasive way. And my last startup was helping parents swap their children's clothes they no longer need, so that they don't end up in landfills, and also that helps them save money, so they can swap them and earn credit and then buy the next set of clothes. So I've always been driven by impact, but both of those were very operations intensive. They needed big teams. We really relied on paid ads as a traffic driver. So this is where I kind of got frustrated, let's say, and whenever we would talk to agencies, they would say, organic doesn't work. You need to spend money on ads. Yeah, and then the cost of ads are going up, competition is high, and then your cost per acquisition gets super high. So that's when I kind of went down the journey of, okay, let me try and figure out this organic reach. How can we do it? So that was, let's say, 2 years ago that I started just testing while I was in my startup. And my first, let's say, taste was when I found a already existing viral video, and used it, modified it, added subtitles for the Greek market because I'm based in Greece.
Yeah.
And that went viral, brought millions of views, and just that one video brought me 18,000 followers. So wow. I was
what platform was that on?
That was on Instagram.
Instagram.
Yeah. So
at the moment you mentioned you're living in Greece, you have a partner, you have children.
Yeah. So I have a 4-year-old son, married. So as you can understand, startup world, married life, 4-year-old kid. There was a lot of stress and roller coasters, burnouts, trying to get everything together. So yeah, it was all part of the journey.
Nice.
Yeah.
Would we let's delve into that a little bit actually, because a lot of my audience, I'm talking to them around like being driven, ambitious, while protecting what matters at home. Like, no doubt you, through your startup phase, trying multiple things, there'll be periods in life where you've like faced into some of those struggles. Is the one point that like properly sticks out to you?
I would say communication, because as a founder and in a startup environment, and constantly thinking about the business, your mind is always there. So the good thing was that my wife like communicated with me and kind of brought me back, or like warned me that I'm going too far.
Yeah.
So that I can also like have a reset and say, okay, you know what, it is important, but what else is important as well? Because we tend to give focus on the business and lose focus on the family part.
I completely get that, because actually I've nearly lost my marriage 3 times in the last 10 years because of that reason, where my wife, she taps me on the shoulder and goes like, hang on, enough.
Yeah.
I'm interested to know, what would you think you would be like if you didn't have a partner to keep you honest with that high level of ambition?
It's honest, but also it's honest, but also supporting during the difficult phases. So at times where it was like very like high stress and losing confidence in yourself.
How do you think you'd cope with that if you were on your own?
I think I would have probably failed.
Yeah.
I probably would have failed because I probably would have given up easier, maybe.
Yeah, they have a good way of just making you stop, pause, and reassess things, don't they?
Because it's not stop what you're doing. It's kind of like reevaluate, or like even like, okay, what are the issues you're facing, and just having somebody that might not be in the business 24/7, tunnel vision, and just seeing stuff from outside can give you a very good different perspective. So like they can highlight things that you're like, yeah, I should do that, like.
Yeah, there's lots to be said about like having a solid partner to enable you to do that, but being part of like accountability groups, mentoring groups, like you personally helped me just by putting that flea in the ear and saying, what about this, what about that? Like, that feedback is so important along the way, just to keep you honest, and you see things with a wider lens, don't you?
Yeah, because when you start things, you're super focused and you want to get a specific target, but you might think that there isn't, let's say, one way to reach that target. So you might have a process or a plan in mind, but that might have like 10 steps, and somebody else that might have done something similar, or in something similar, might know how to do it in 5 steps.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
exactly. So instead of like going through the mistakes, going through the painful times, and losing confidence, having that group kind of builds up the confidence and motivates you to actually go ahead and get it done.
Nice. So you basically went from a startup to a more organic approach because you got a level of virality on Instagram. Like, what's kind of happened from there? What's your current focus areas and passions?
So because I was in a very operations intensive environment, dependent on paid ads, I wanted to build a business that basically I control the traffic. So that's where I wanted to really learn the organic reach. I wanted a product or a service that I can deliver easily and quickly. I wanted to be able to get immediate feedback. So that's when I went down the route of digital products, and growing organically on social media.
What kind of time frame was that? What year?
I'd say that's about a year ago. Yeah,
right.
Just over a year ago. I started a theme page, so I didn't want to be on camera. So it was let's say the first step of that journey, where you don't want to be on camera. You don't want people to know what you're doing or who's behind it.
You feel like everyone's watching you, so you're like just a scared little kid in a cupboard.
Yeah, also like you're not sure if it's going to work or not. So if you fail, you kind of feel like that's going to be a bad thing if you fail, when actually it's not. Like it, you learn from every failure.
Faster
So
you
that was
fail,
about a year ago.
the faster you fail, the faster you can move forward.
Exactly. So I started on Instagram with a theme page. I knew from my e-commerce and startup experience that email was key. We were
Yeah.
generating 50% of our revenue through email marketing. So I was like,
Oh, that's pretty impressive. Yeah.
So I was like, I need to build an email list fast. I wanted to grow an audience, but on Instagram there's like a huge ban on pages, both on Threads and Instagram and Meta in general.
Yeah, it's become so saturated, hasn't it, Instagram? So you probably had one level of virality which got you really excited, and then the consistency after that has probably faded a little bit.
No, I was growing really well. So I started an AI theme page. So I
Yeah.
was posting stuff about AI. It was going really well, but then Meta banned it. Their AI banned the page. In parallel, I was also building on Threads, so it was an AI Instagram and Threads page.
Yeah.
And it banned it. I was trying for a month to get it back. I got it back. I started going viral again, and then they banned it after 2 weeks. And then I just got super frustrated. I knew that Instagram was good for, let's say, ads and promotions, but it was very slow on growing your email list.
Yeah.
But on Threads, I saw that I had a lot more success growing my email list. So while I was trying to get my AI page back, I started on my personal account on Threads, and yeah, that really took off.
And it just accelerated. So
Yeah.
let's talk to me a little bit around that journey then. Like, when did you start that personal page on Threads? And I guess for people that don't know you or are just watching this now, you can bring them up to speed with that explosive growth you've had.
Sure. So I started 5 months ago on my personal account. I'm currently at 138,000 followers, and I have over 20,000 email subscribers. So how it happened is I was just researching on Threads, because I didn't know what I was going to post about. So I was posting stuff about sales, marketing, e-commerce, entrepreneurship, job interviews, just general.
Just a catapult volume.
Yeah, I was just, getting back into the habit of posting, doing market research, finding, okay, what are the posts that are going viral, different areas, because I didn't know in what direction I wanted to go. And I saw that the job interview posts were like really successful and they were going viral. People were commenting underneath, asking for more questions. So I was like, okay, I was interacting with them, asking them questions. So, for example, I had a post. What are your strengths? If they ask you in an interview, what are your strengths? Here's a list of 20 that you can use, and
Yep.
a customized template so that they can adjust for their experience. And then somebody said, "Oh, that's amazing. Do you have one for weaknesses?" So then I'm like, "Oh, okay,
Yeah.
great." So they want weaknesses. So I did weaknesses, and then those were going like 1 million views, 2 million views, and
That's
comments
crazy.
underneath. And then somebody was saying, "Oh, these are all great. Uh, can we get them in a document?" So then I was like, "Awesome! This is my lead magnet now."
Yeah.
So then I quickly set up a lead magnet, launched it, and the first day I got 500 subscribers. So then it was just a matter of, okay, so I'm posting, 10 times a day, and I'm getting X amount of subscribers. What happens if I post 20 times? Is it gonna
Yeah.
match? So, and then I had the Alex Hormozzi's quote in my head: input equals output. So you can control the input.
Reps. Yeah.
And also Gary Vee saying just post. So as I was reaching different milestones and seeing that it was possible, like 1 million views, 2 million views in a day, I'm like, okay, how much can I really push this? Like if I post 50 times a day, am I gonna get like 10 million views or like 500 subscribers in a day? So then it was just me challenging myself.
Yeah.
How much can I push this,
Yeah.
and what's possible, and breaking every limiting belief that I had, and just pushing even more.
Yeah, people probably still have a limiting belief that Threads isn't LinkedIn. Because when I first stumbled across your profile, I was like, this doesn't seem like Threads content, but it was absolutely exploding. It was job advice, it was key questions for interviews, and I was like, hang on a minute, this guy's lost because he should be on LinkedIn, but absolutely was exploding. And maybe that's it. Maybe there's not as many people talking about those kind of topics.
Yeah, I don't think there was many people talking about that topic. And also, like, when you look at all the social media platforms, every niche, every industry ends up going on them. Like, that's where people's attention are.
It's a matter of time, isn't it?
And my content is text-based, and Threads is mostly text-based content, so it fit perfectly. But the main thing is that I was offering value, so that's the core point. Like, if you offer value, you're gonna get engagement. If you're solving a pain point, people are going to react, view, and share. Spend more time on your content and your page, and that's what all platforms want to promote or want people to do. So if you are doing that, your page is going to get pushed. So that's what I found. Offer as much value as possible, build trust, and the rest will follow.
Yeah, and I think so. Value and volume over vanity is probably what I've learned from you. It's almost, I guess if I was starting Threads again from zero, which I did 34 days ago, it's almost like you need to put the reps in. You need to get comfortable at just pumping different content out, testing, pivoting, and then taking a point in time that goes, well, I'm just going to check what wins. And repurpose and reuse, and like just get comfortable with repetition, I guess.
Yeah, because and that's something people are afraid of, the repetition, because they're like, people are going to see it, they're not going to like it, they're going to unfollow, or they're going to get angry or pissed off. But everyone has very short attention span. People might see something, but it's not the right time for them to actually see it, and it might be something that they need a month down the line.
It's just about presenting yourself at that right time for that person, isn't it?
Exactly. And also, like, there's billions of users, billions of people. So there's definitely, you definitely haven't shown your content to all the people on the platform. So
yeah, I think if someone's sitting watching this video now and they are new to Threads with like below 100 followers and they're after a bit of advice, what I've learned from you is you cannot post too much. No. So through the last cohort, we were pumping out probably 48 to 50 posts a day, and I did that on repeat every day for 3 weeks. And I didn't have, at any one time, I probably had one person that said, "Did you post this before?" I was like, "Yeah, yesterday, same time."
I still have only had one person, and it's been 5 months, and mine has been almost the same content every day, 50 posts every day for the past 5 months.
For the past 5 months, and you've had one person.
Yeah,
it's just crazy, then, is it? So, like, thinking around, you talked about adding value. Is there any other key tips you would give someone because there's a lot of new joiners now joining Threads? Is there any tips you'd give someone from starting from scratch?
Yeah. The most important part is identify who your target audience is, because that's very, very important. So, for example, for my page, which is the job interview tips, it's a very wide, big market. Okay, so that's how I can get the massive amount of views, because it relates to a wider audience all around the world. But at the same time, it's an audience that probably doesn't have a lot of money. So it's going to be harder to monetize. So you have to find creative ways to monetize it. And But if you're dealing with higher value services, or let's say real estate or financial or coaching, here
The,
you it's
the narrower you have to go.
it's narrower, but you don't need to have 100,000 followers, or you don't need to have 50,000 followers. Like if you're offering value to that group of people that you have clearly identified, then you can charge or have services or products that are a lot higher. So it might be easier to monetize. So what I would suggest is focus on high value rather than low value.
Yeah, because low value is a lot of effort.
Yeah.
It's a volume game, isn't it? And I think that's the bit that opened my eyes when I was probably 4 months into Threads, just under 1,000 followers. I nailed down my ideal client, which was me 12, 18 months ago. And I just started talking to one person and it lit my eyes up. It was like, hang on a minute, my best friend has just got a newborn. My other mate at work, the guy you run with, I did basically just went, I'm going to contact them and say I'm on with something. Do you fancy joining a workshop? And he paid for it.
Yeah.
It's just like allow yourself to do some of the simple things where it just goes, who's the person you want to help? It's the you version 18 months ago.
Yeah.
Pick up the phone, direct message them, replies, whatever you need to do, and just be relentless.
Yeah, and also people and you've already built trust with them. They know you. They've heard your stories. You have a relationship. So that's actually a very good starting point, because those are the people that are also going to give you the most amount of feedback, especially in the beginning where you're fine tuning everything. Um, and also you could offer them a lot more as well. So you could start off with the basic, but obviously you can offer a lot more support further down the line. So they're going to get 10 times more out of it. You're going to get 100 times more out of it, and improve it and make it better for scaling it afterwards.
Yeah, nice. Awesome. So that gives everyone a good flavor around, like, I guess, the journey you've been on. What does the next 6 to 12 months look like for you? What are the key projects you're looking after?
So now I've spent the time to automate the job interview business model, and because that's a low value product at scale. So I had to learn to automate as much as possible so that I don't spend a lot of time trying to sell 7, 12, $30 products. So
Yeah,
that's now kind of almost running on autopilot. And now
and that's
I'm
running on autopilot end to end. So content creation, lead magnet, sales,
yeah,
distribution of your paid products. Yeah,
yeah.
nice.
And I'm also looking to ads or certain products as affiliates that will offer value to that user base, so that I have other revenue sources from that. So that's almost finished. And my next target is, because I like the training and coaching part, is helping companies or content creators actually create these systems that I've built
Yeah,
to help them build their email lists, and monetize it. So grow an audience, convert it into an email list, and how to monetize it.
yeah, and I think that's the right mindset to have, is systemize so you can free yourself up to scale,
Yeah,
because you don't want to have a side business which is just an extension of your job. You don't
yeah,
want it to be time constrained. 1 hour in equals 1 hour out.
yeah,
The fact that you've automated that now enables you to go, right, how do I build out the products for that ecosystem, but how do I then free myself up to focus on something else? And it sounds
yeah,
like you're the kind of guy who wants to add value to other people's lives other than just a faceless account. Now it's like, how do I get in front
exactly.
of people and help people?
Yeah. I was spending 3-4 hours every day just on the content side,
Yeah,
and
typing, formatting.
even just duplicating, having a library of like my best 50 posts, and just have duplicating it every day. So I had to find a way to automate it, and now I just spend 10 minutes for the whole month now,
Yeah,
just to
that was a key. one thing I, again, probably learned quite a lot from you the past few weeks. So another thing I learned was when you, after that cohort, we started talking around then business pages. And I was like, oh, hang on a minute. I've got an old business page here, an Instagram page. And thought, I'm just going to try something here. It took me, I think it took me 100 days to grow to 1,000 followers on my personal page.
Mm-hmm.
I set up a business page in 2 hours using the same kind of methodology you had.
Mm-hmm.
I set it just like in my old trading days, set and forget, don't look and monitor it too much.
Yeah.
I set it, and within, what was it, 34 days, no, sorry, 34 days, it was 2,000 followers, now 2,600 with no effort.
Exactly.
Links, leads coming in, digital products on there. And it's like, that is the goal for me.
Yeah.
Build something, systemize it, move on to the next big thing, and how you can like impact more people's lives.
Exactly. You're educating the market, you're building that trust and relationship in the process, and you can offer a lot more value because you can spend more time on the people that actually need it.
Absolutely. So we fast forward to the end of the year. What does good look like for you? What's like you want to sit there having your Christmas dinner and you think, oh, this has been a good year?
This has been a good year. I guess
you do like a job interview now. I hope you're prepared. I hope you've got some template questions to answer.
Yeah, I guess it would be. I guess it would be a revenue target then. So or a number of clients, high value clients. So I'd probably want to be around, let's say, 20 grand a month.
Yeah,
that would be
and
the target, so that my wife doesn't have to work as well.
and then basically your wife doesn't work anymore. You're like fully in it, ambitious, and when she taps you on the shoulder, you can ignore her because you're just earning a load of money then.
No, because I've systemized everything that it's running on autopilot, so I can spend more time with my wife.
That's the goal. Free time up to spend it.
The goal is, spend more time with the family, travel more, and just that's the ultimate goal.
Nice. And if you could leave the listeners with one piece of advice to carry forward, it doesn't need to be threads. It could be your wisdom across your whole life. One thing to leave the listeners with that can be a golden nugget. What would it be?
I would say building an audience is probably the most valuable skill you can learn for any industry and any career path, because you learn how to sell, you learn how to build trust, you control the traffic.
Yeah.
So it's a skill that I think will be probably one of the most valuable skills going forward.
Yeah, and in the insurgence of AI and robots, it becomes more valuable how personable you are and how many people's lives you impact, doesn't it?
Yeah. So being able to get people's attention, that is and start yesterday, because while you have a job and you're not you don't depend on anything, like it's easy. There's so many tools there to get started. There's trainings out there to get started. So find a pain point and solve it, and
keep doing that and keep doing it. Yeah, that's been my strategy. I'm one of these strange guys who actually likes his 9 to 5, but actually I do see the value that I need to build my reputation. I need to build my credibility now, because actually in 3-4 years, who knows what could happen. And I'd rather be 3-4 years in building an audience and networking and chatting to the right people than starting from scratch.
Yeah, well, when you build an audience, you don't have to chase other people. People start coming to you in the end. So, and that's great for any job position. If you have an audience, you can get a job anywhere because you've proven that you can offer value and you can actually keep people's attention and solve problems as well. So
absolutely. Nice. So it's all about awareness. It's all about authority. Yeah. This buzzword, building a personal brand, it becomes even more effective the longer we go on. Mm-hmm. I'm a man of about a million quotes. Is there a quote or mantra that you always go back to, or anything that anchors you?
This too shall pass.
This too. Tom Hanks, was it?
Yeah.
Eh,
And that's for the bad and the good.
and the good, bad and the
Yes,
good. Yeah.
yes. So when it's bad, know that it's going to pass and good times are coming. But when it's very good times and very, very good times,
Beware.
be aware that it won't last forever. So
Nice,
yeah,
nice.
I think that's it.
I like that. This too shall pass. This smile will pass. This £20,000 month will pass.
Exactly.
Nice. It's been an absolute pleasure chatting with you, Jimmy. If people have made it this long, could you let them know where they can find you across your socials?
Yes, on Threads, it's jimmy.nicolaides. And the website that I currently have for the job interviews is theownerpath.com.
Nice. Now that's the episode. If something in there truly hit home, if you took some golden nuggets from that episode, don't just nod and scroll past. We want people to take serious action around here. Do something with it this week. Identify one thing you can take and move forward with it. Make sure you like and subscribe and follow the show. And please send this to a dad or a driven parent who needs to hear it. This is how the momentum movement grows. So just to close things out, I'm Marc. Please keep building, staying present, and building rock solid momentum.